Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler with the OBX Wave Report, providing this video for you guys from the south side of Jeanette's Pier as some surfers on mostly foam surfboards hang out at a nice little piece of sand here on the south side as some 1 foot plus waves roll in off the North Atlantic. We got some skimboarders coming into the surf here, doing some flips off the top of some waves, and on the occasional set some of the surfers catching a little ride here, but once again it is very small and semi-choppy today with 1 foot plus waves up and down the outer bank, maybe the occasional 2-footer, but certainly nothing to write home about. Nonetheless, over the next few days we do expect the swell to start to build. We're expecting to see some impulses out in the North Atlantic Ocean, both near shore and in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean, which may develop a swell by the weekend, particularly by Sunday, and then possibly into early next week, which could look pretty good, pretty beefy, and pretty fun with like swell in the range of maybe 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Possibly some 2 to 5 foot days, so looking kind of promising here for the medium range forecast in the 4 to 6, 4 to 7 day outlook. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on things for you and let you know how things progress. But once again, for today, really small. You're out there with your longboard or your graveler. It's mostly just a fun day to splash around in the water, enjoy the beach. Water temperatures right now at about 66, 67 here at Jeanette's Pier, and then air temperatures in the lower 80s, so getting really nice. A lot of people just in board shorts, not a lot of people wearing wetsuits, so pretty pleasant conditions here in the ocean environment. Green water coming in from the Gulf Stream as those easterly winds gently blow those beautiful waters. And we are in the pretty calm period here in the Outer Banks, and this is a great time to learn to surf. So if you guys are interested in learning to surf, come by and check out Real Water Sports. We've got a great team of surf coaches and surf instructors, some of the best surfers on the East Coast, part of our surf coaching team, and the coaching staff led by the legendary Jeff Carver, and of course Real Water Sports headed up by the legendary Trip Foreman and Matt Nuzzo, both experts in various forms of board sports. So fantastic resource for you guys. Come check us out, and we've got all sorts of good knowledge to share with everybody. All right, and thank you for joining me once again for this session of the OBX Wave Report. And as I typically do, I'd like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to help protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning, those impacts being rising sea levels, more intense storms, ocean heat waves, and ocean acidification. The primary solution to the climate crisis is the mass deployment of clean energy, and the mass deployable forms of clean energy are wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. I've been using this wave report to help advocate for the mass deployment of clean energy because our coastlines are very fragile, and we're this year staring down the maw of a very intense hurricane season, in large part due to the fact that the ocean surface temperatures in many of the main formation zones for tropical cyclones are at record high temperatures. In parts of the Gulf of Mexico, for example, temperatures are record high. In parts of the Caribbean Sea, where hurricanes can tend to form, are record high. And the Gulf Stream is very hot as well, much warmer than normal, as is the region between Africa and South America, where tropical cyclones can form, where tropical waves progress and develop their energy from the heat at the ocean surface that is generating that lift in the atmosphere. So climate crisis does play a major role in the intensification of storm systems of various kinds, and in particular the link between climate change and hurricane intensity is very strong. All right, so thank you for joining me once again for this session of the OBX Wave Report. Hope you guys do get out there and enjoy some fun waves on Wednesday, May the 29th. And I will be back with you shortly, hopefully this evening, for a special report on some of that dives down into some of the more intricate features of the climate system that are changing near the Outer Banks that are affecting weather. So we'll be talking about that hopefully this evening, and I will be back with you shortly.